What a time to be alive for Survivor fans. Survivor 48 has kicked off in fine style, hit the ground running, and Australian Survivor is kicking goals as well. So we are spoiled, really, at the moment, aren't we? And we've got Castaways as well. Let's kick off this episode with something slightly different. It's been recorded on Thursday the 6th, so this still counts a tree card. Let's wish a happy birthday to Denise, who actually is in the Philippines at the moment, so won't be getting to see this until after she's seen the episode when she comes back next week. But still, this counts. Today is her birthday, and I'm sticking by it. She doesn't like to have much of a fuss made of her, so let's make it bam, bam, bam. Here's a whole bundle of pics. Denise, my sis, I love you with all my heart. Hope you're having a terrific time, and happy birthday from everyone here at Castaways. All right, let's get into the game, shall we? Mary is under fire for writing Say's name down last week at Tribal Council, and I've got to be honest, if I was playing the game and there was one vote cast against me, but everyone else voted for someone else, I would not be upset by that, because it just shows that someone is out of the loop and doesn't know what's really going on. So I don't think I'd kick up a fuss like Say did. At Seaver camp, David says that he's got 4 nipples. This kickstarts a whole thing about sharing body imperfections or humble traits. I know some people who would be slightly grossed out by that conversation there. At Largy, Star is irritated by the rest of the trio, planning sit-outs for challengers, including her. So, as things progress, she finds the beware advantage and loses her vote. And this kickstarts a whole, well, I can't do puzzles, so I'm going to invite Joe in secret. But then eventually everyone gets to know, and everyone is basically planning what to do with Star's own beware advantage. There is no such thing as a secret if you tell one person at all, and it just snowballs. But she doesn't end up converting it. A boat arrives. It's a journey. Say is chucking us out because they practiced and she would have won, but they very clearly said we're practicing this one. And it's Thomas, Mitch, and Mary who go off on the journey. It's a number puzzle race. Mitch finishes first, and Tom second. Mary fails altogether. And there was a lot of animations in this episode, which is slightly unusual for Survivor, really. But yeah, there we go. A couple of advantages are now in the game. At camp, Mary tells the truth, and at Largy, Thomas says, I didn't do it, I kept my vote. So he's keeping a secret, because that's what you're meant to do, isn't it? At Seaver, Kyle finds the beware advantage with David, and I realise that all 3 clues have been different for the puzzles on each of the 3 campsites. So there we go. But that is done very quickly because Camilla solves the puzzle incredibly quickly. So Kyle has now got an immunity idol. There we go. Then we get into the immunity and fishing kit reward challenge. And there is a very nice moment where Jeff asks Mitch about whether he appreciates help with his stammering finishing sentences. Again, this is the kindness season. This is what we need right now, I think. There's a pretty tough water challenge. Mitch canes the buoy. I know someone who hates that word. And eventually gets 5 for 5. And yeah, really smashes it. But with the Vula tribe, Cedric and Kevin just couldn't get the balance right. They never made it. So Seaver first, Largy second, and Vula going back to tribal. And Say thinks it's an easy vote for Mary. Cedric owns his failure quite graciously. We've not seen too much of him yet, but I liked what we saw of him today. And Kevin plans to take Say out to flush the idol. Cedric tells Say to play her idol so that Say can send Mary home. But now Say wants to vote for Kevin to break up the boys. That's interesting. So at Tribal Council, Say goes for Mary's jugular pretty hard, and Say plays the idol for herself. And the votes go all on Kevin. So, yeah, There we go. No vote for Mary. Kevin gets blindsided. And Amanda loses her first player. Ouch. That means no snuffer blockers were played. Amanda loses $4, but the Jeff pot goes up. We do have a final tree mail to take care of. I did kind of give everyone a bit of a warning about this. So, after 2 episodes, we've now had a chance to meet all of our castaways. Who has stood out for you is the question. Before next week's episode, privately vote, so to a message to me, who is your favourite castaway and who is your least favourite? And you can vote for either Steph or Kevin, who have been voted out of the game already. So there's the board. Who do you like? Who do you not like? Why am I asking this? We may find out next week, or we may not. We don't know what's going to happen next week at all, do we? See you then.